Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual you. Today, I would like to speak about our inner mobility can become as distinct and as, well, in movement and mobile and morphic, if we can call it that, as our outer physical limbs, our limbic system. For when we do sit still and utilize our ego, our I, within our thinking, within our feeling, within our will, we can become immensely aware of it and also to a certain extent become the pilot of these things. Well, as much as, of course, we do have a certain amount of faith and knowing that inspiration do come from higher realms. Now, we do have our fourfold human being: the physical, etheric, astral, and ego. Our ego, the most sublime and the youngest of our faculties, our physical body, the oldest and also our most developed. Although does not mean that we are in any means perfect with our physical beings. If nothing else, it is kind of overdeveloped. So for us to spiritualize this being, we would have to use our most spiritual faculty within our most physical faculty as to spiritualize it. Kind of like having the sun and dip it down under. Just let's just say the sun wouldn't vaporize the whole water. If you put the sun down into a pond or something and you can see the bottom and everything around it, is kind of what you do when you utilize your ego within your being. But I digress. The more we do make our inner world mobile, more deeper and warmer and also a little fluidic, as well as airy and fiery. It's all about seeing where these inner faculties come from, as our ego is the fire, our astral is the airy, our etheric is the watery, and our physical is the mineral, the earth, earth faculties of ours. Now these three outside of our ego, the physical, etheric, astral, can be worked upon by the ego as to lift these faculties up to make three new ones, seven in total. But these three higher faculties is the higher astral, the higher etheric, and the higher physical. The higher astral is the spirit self, and our spiritualized etheric is our life spirit, and our spiritualized physical body will be spirit man or spirit human. And it requires us to continuously work upon our inner world and making it as spiritual and as alive and conscious as possible. And at the same time, depending of course on what we perceive, we can make it mobile or we can make it stationary. Take plants for example, they are continuously stationary. And from that stationary state of being, we can metamorphose our thoughts to any plant in the world we have perceived and can remember and also are able to perceive if we experience a little, explore a little. If we meet an animal, we will have to use our own inner being to make that outer physical animal mobile with their astral being, with their nervous system, mobility and instincts and, well, behaviors and so on. With us human beings, it's a little bit different. Yes, we have instincts, yes, we have longings and such, but we also have our capabilities of feeling pleasure through art, through morality, through inner freedom of these areas. So we do have a little bit more freedom when it comes to working upon our own inner being contra animals that is more aligned with their specific species and the instincts these specific species have and inhabit in a sense. But with the human being, it is the most hidden, the most secret, because we have the will, our will is underlyingly hidden in a sense until a person has made a deed, done a deed. You see what the will impulse was because the deed has become physical in a sense. So for us to even work upon our will without messing up with our own inner being, it's important that we work upon our thoughts first, so our emotions can over time be purified and ennobled and uplifted thereafter. And then we do utilize our will to work upon our thoughts and feelings. For when our thoughts and feelings are starting to become moral, become beautiful, that and you allow less and less of ugliness within your own inner being, our own inner being. That means looking down on others, having biased judgments that are truly not really dignified within a human being, and so on. And that we will have to find out what is the true, the good, and the beautiful in alignment with this inner being. For there are such things as beautiful thoughts and ugly thoughts, beautiful feeling, ugly feeling, and beautiful actions and ugly actions. And it is very rooted in the moral and the warm and the caring and the empathic. That is where beauty really can be perceived in a moral sense. And when we perceive something with our senses as morally beautiful, it is perceived as beautiful. And when we do feel that it is beautiful, it is an even higher, because you are consciously active within this appreciation and filling the world with gratitude and warmth. For we are kind of meeting the world in the middle with our emotions and so on. So it is for us to lift up this vessel of ours, this body, this sheaths of ours, so that we can truly fill the world with the divine. For it is from our inner being that the divine can be perceived by us polishing our instruments for perceiving them. We will have to lift ourselves up to their perception, and they will meet us at that point, but they will not go lower than where they can meet us. For they have been working in the physical world for a while, and they, well, separated themselves from it. So they are from the etheric upwards, etheric, astral, and ego. But in the physical, they are very difficult to perceive, because they are far more phenomena and movements and the shapes, spheres of form, spheres of wisdom, spheres of movement, and so on. And they also do reflect in physical phenomena such as, well, earth, well, the mineral less so, but in the watery, the airy, and the fiery. In the fire, in the lightning, in natural phenomena and natural occurrences and so on. You can see glimpses of these higher beings, but as we say, we need to train our imagination and our inspirations as to be informed about these beings over time. The more we ourselves say there is nothing there, then there is nothing there. Then you have barred yourself from perceiving them because you have made a choice that you won't perceive them. It's about holding a certain open receptiveness and a faith and it's faith and knowing that even though you cannot necessarily perceive them yet, you will be capable of perceiving them when the time is right. And that is every individual human being's different journeys. We all have different tempos and paces and different lessons and karma to pay as to be capable of reaching to perception. And I think I will leave you with today with that. So thank you so much for listening to me. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, angel masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, bless, protect, guide, and love you on your beautiful journey. And may you be provided for with all that you need to survive, live, thrive, being creative, inspirational, and healing to the world, so others can choose to follow. when the time is right and courage is at its most high. Thank you so much, my dear sibling. See you. May you be safe and sound. Love you. Goodbye.